Hi everyone, welcome back to Bobby's Bees, and I am in the back of the property today with the 4 hives we have here, and today I'm putting some sugar water in. In Michigan, in the middle of March, it's just not quite ready. Well, at least I'm not quite ready to get into my hives and start cleaning them all out and everything. But they all seem to be flying really well. But we're going to be getting a lot of rain, and I certainly want to make sure that they have, if they're getting low on stores, the honey that they have stored for overwintering, they may have eaten a lot of it. And I mean, if you got a big booming hive, they're going to use a lot of energy. They're going to burn a lot of energy, and they're going to need a lot of food to do what they need to do. And you know, it's a little too early to start putting pollen patties in there, only because if you put pollen in there, they're going to start making brood, and it's just a little too early. You get a bunch of cold weather and they could fall flat on their face. Happy to say that all of them are flying, but the one swarm that we caught in July last year doesn't look too good. I popped the top on that to give them some sugar water, and there was only like 1 or 2 bees, and there's a lot of dead bees in there. And you know, I've been surprised before where I thought a hive was going to die and then they start flying and they pick up, but it doesn't look good. So, and again, that was a swarm caught in July, and a lot of people, there's a saying, a swarm caught in July, let them fly. And that's just because they don't have a lot of time here in Michigan. They don't really have a lot of time well, a lot of places to build up in order to have the numbers that they need to get through the winter. And but you know, they were just flying the other day, and there are still some bees in there, so we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But yeah, this is my 5th year beekeeping. I've overwintered my bees 4 times now. This is my 4th time, and we've kind of evolved from wrapping our hives, and now we don't wrap our hives. We didn't wrap any of our hives last year, and looks like so far at least 3 of the 4 are really healthy that we have at this property. I also beekeep through my work. I'm a beekeeper for our farm, as well as one of our facilities has bees for their garden. They got a really nice garden there. And so I get a lot of practice, and I'll be able to put out a lot of videos. I'll be adding videos all year, and I'll show you how I beekeep, and I split and I treat, and just how I do everything. Today we're going to put some sugar water in there because we're expecting a lot of rain. You know, being early March, I'm not really quite ready to get in there and start breaking it down and clean it all out yet. Give it a few more weeks, maybe even a month, and then at that point we can get in there. But I just want to make sure they have enough food, and as soon as I start seeing some of the pollen coming in, I'll make up my pollen patties, and I'll show you how I do that. So today's really easy. All we have to do is just put some sugar water in there, and that way they have a little bit of food just in case they're getting low on stores, honey that they've got stored in their frames. You know, I like to come out here February, March and start feeding them just in case. And you know, I have lost hives before. And I think that it's because they just ran out of food. You know, once you go through it, you got a much better idea once you pull the frames and look for mites and see, kind of make your own hypothesis on what do you think killed the hive or why they died anyway. But today we're just going to try to keep them alive by feeding them, because you don't want them to starve early spring, which is kind of a big culprit out there when it comes to bees not making it through the winter. A lot of times they almost make it, and if they just had that little boost, they could overwinter, and they need that boost around February, March. You know, you can put in fondant, you can put in sugar water, you can put in some pollen patties, and of course, you know, they always want. I looking over here too. I just thinking of this. I know that I got to fill their water up too, because they need water. Even if they do find pollen, or if you put pollen out, they're still going to need water to mix everything up. So today all we got to do is just get in there and change the water, or change the sugar water, and then we're out of here. Give them some syrup rather. So I'm gonna pop the tops on these, get into them, and that's that. All right, here we go. All right, that went pretty smooth. Nice and quick. So why I'm getting in here right now is because these hives are going to be doing so well that they're going to be burning a lot of energy. There we go, there's some water. That's that. Just nice and quick. I don't like to waste any time. Now this hive, oh yeah, those are 2 big hives, but this one over here definitely needs something. I seen some bees flying into it. Come on, girl. I seen some bees flying into it, but it doesn't look very good. I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. There's probably maybe one alive. See that? And this could be a straggler. Look at these dead bees up here. We got a couple bees over here. I think this is the one that has, it's too tall. It's too tall to actually feed, which really sucks. Yeah, it's like it's too tall, which is a real bummer. That's why I didn't put any food in here before. Dang it. That stinks. All right, well, I'm not going to be able to do that. Well, they got their sugar. Well, that's pretty hard, though. I'll leave that in there, so at least they got something. That's called the Rocky Mountain Sugar Method, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, well, if that's the case, because it looks like that's the one I was talking about, it's probably gonna be a die out. So let's check this last one, and at least I can give these girls another bottle. Holy moly. There they go. All right. They don't look like they're flying very much on the outside. Last hive. Let's see if we can get in here and not get stung. There we go. Nice and easy. Suck that sugar right down. Okay, so all 3 of these got new sugar water now. But this one really needs it. I have some video of me catching a swarm. It was actually the one that died. Or was it that one? I can't remember. We caught 3 swarms last year. But I can't remember if it was that one or not, but there's the saying, swarm caught in May is worth a bale of hay, a swarm caught in June is worth a silver spoon, those are the best, and a swarm caught in July, let them fly. We caught that one in July, and you know, a lot of people don't even bother, but I personally like for them to make the comb. You can always get them to make comb. This bee will not, she won't leave me alone. So that's why I like to collect. You know, 80% of those swarms just don't make it. They can't find a tree that's been struck by lightning or a hollowed out cavity that's going to be perfect. I mean, they'll make them anywhere. They'll make a hive in a tire. They'll make a hive in a barrel or whatever they can. You know, in chimneys and attics, but sometimes they just can't. They just can't get it done, and it's a majority of the time. So that's why, you know, you never know. You never know if they can build up the numbers that they need to in order to get through that winter. You know, get out there and give your bees some sugar water. Yeah, and if you don't want to, at least give them some the Rocky Mountain sugar pile, and just hold off on the pollen patties for a little bit, only because you don't want them to start, making brood a little too early. At least it is in Michigan here. I mean, geez, down in Oklahoma, they're already thinking about doing splits, I think. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and please click the thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. We're going to be adding videos all year. This is a new channel, and I just want to share with everybody how I beekeep. I'm not an expert or anything. I'm a backyard beekeeper, but I really enjoy making videos, and I know what happens on YouTube. I have several other channels, and I have other channels as well, and I know how what happens with YouTube is it turns into a community. If you get a channel where people are offering constructive criticism and advice, it really takes off, and that's what I'm hoping this channel will do. I hope everyone offers up their advice and shares their experiences, and I promise I won't tell them that they're doing anything wrong. I mean, if you're doing something that works for you, then you're doing something right, in my opinion. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here